because he knows he's going to get absolutely whacked if he holds on to it for any longer than he does. It's actually not a very good launch play, but they make the most of it. The ball comes in off the touchline, and it's this little offload as Ollie Davison is taken out.
I think it's Ollie Davison that provides the obstruction. I don't think anyone else does. Really good decoy line from the ref.
Mais ça, Botte is
okay, you can
6'6".
stick with your on-field decision of triangle obstruction.
Okay. She rode that well, didn't she? Well, try not stand. Despite the best obstruction work of our Scottish referee, and what a try it was.
What a carry from Aki. That extra leg drive just gives you so much. Then Matt Hansen does really well to control his feet, keep the move alive as they come back to the other side. Aki, with that initial break, finishes off the opportunity he creates.
Three from three on his starting debut. Sam Prendergast, believe the height, 4 from 4. And if a theme of Ireland's autumn has been bounce-back ability, coming out for a 7th time to follow a loss with a win against Argentina, then Bunty Aki being dropped from the matchday 23 entirely has provided that with aplomb this afternoon. It's been everywhere. Two changes to bring you up to speed with, but hold on a second because there's another bit of speed to contend with. Aki, still blowing from that scores, made 20 metres in the blink of an eye, laid back lightning quick again from Byrne. There's a real confidence about Ireland all of a sudden.
Very close to a 50-22. Craig Casey realised he was just inside his half. Perfect opportunity to try and take one over. Fijian winger Muntz was the one.
How good's this pass from Prendergast? Look how he buys himself time by drifting away from the defender, almost inviting him to bite out of the line, and then throws the ball, flashes it across the face. Beautiful delivery, perfect, doesn't have to break stride.
Bit of housekeeping for you. Thomas Clarkson is on wearing 18, who made his debut. A crazy and surreal debut, he said, against Los Pumas last weekend. And Cian Prendergast is on wearing number 20. Connacht captain at just the age of 24. And eager to make some headlines of his own after his baby brother's been the one owning all the column inches in the week. It's darkening in Dublin, but the rugby is really starting to cook at the Aviva. Some swagger back in Irish attacking patterns. Is it Chukwu? Down and onto Casey. Aki finding Doris. This is lovely stuff. Look at them flow up the pitch. Hansen has it with one to be driven into touch. Had to be made by Kitiani Salava. But they are threatening again and again and again now.
Ireland are beginning to click. They're just getting their timing right now. Pass has been given at the right time. But let me tell you, this is wicked defence as well. Matt Hansen thinking, oh, I think I can gas him. I've got him. And getting absolutely smashed. Well done, Jacob Stockdale. Lovely offload. And again, Frawley, that's top class.
It's brilliant
row defence.
It's the way he slows down here to stop the step back inside. He can't be stepped inside. Hansen goes, I've got to go for it now. And then he re-accelerates, puts him into touch. Textbook defending.
It's also the force of the collision when you're on the reach. Only the Fijians can do that. You see it in sevens the whole time. When it's almost like the player's beaten, but then they annihilate them in the collision too. It's such a difficult skill, but it just shows their power.
Jacob Stockdale is off, battered in that final tackle, and you can see writ large on his face the frustration after the tough time he has had with injury over the last few years. So on comes Conor Murray for his 120th cap in emerald green. Involved in so many of Ireland's finest days, and the British and Irish and Lions too. We're talking about Fijian tackles. Take your pick. There have been so many this afternoon. But Ireland still have the ball. It's a pinwheeling Stuart McCloskey, who's carried up over the 10-metre line. Cian Prendergast finding Gus McCarthy, youngster onto youngster. But what an extra cheeky roll.
Just hides the ball, doesn't he, from the jackler coming in. What a hit from Toso. There's a moment in there just before contact's made where Frawley realises he's made a mistake by holding onto the ball. You can probably hear the breath of Joshua Toso on his back.
The danger with those hits is that if you're a fraction off, you can find yourself in the bin, yellow or red card. But this guy has gotten them spot on today. There's been no shortage of them across the board. Frawley's been on the receiving end a couple of times. With Ferguson, he's bounced up and played on, but Tuisova, Olympic medalist in Rio 2016, Fiji's first medal ever at the Olympics. He was a huge part of that. He's just gone from a couple of different French clubs. Comfortably plays almost right across the back line, but it seems as though centre in the national team, he's made his own.
Saying about if you time that wrong, you're in trouble, but by hitting above the centre of gravity, they're the hits that make the feet go up. Hugely dominant.
We've not seen Fiji play for quite some time, and it looks like we've got the start of it again because Ireland are making a mess of this attacking foray. Gus McCarthy driving Monts back, but a knock-on in the process. Fiji will feed, and with some fresh forwards involved too, because Sam Matavesi, formerly of Northampton, now of Lyon, is on, wearing 16, and we've already met Hairati Hetat, formerly of Otorunga, but he is on now at Loosehead, so fresh legs. Ian Henderson is with us too.
Fresh off signing a new 2-year deal with his home province, I should say, and up in Ulster. There's question marks as to whether he was going to sign on the dotted line. He's been such an important player for them. Stability, and indeed for this Ireland team. Again, you talk about Conor Murray being around for a lot of the successful days. Well, certainly Henderson has also had many big days in green.
Interesting penalty goes against Tom O'Toole. Seeing him on the loose head side, he plays most of his rugby on the tight head, but I think he's realised how well stocked Ireland are in that tight head position and just thinks there might be opportunity. So he's keen to develop himself as one of those props, a little bit like Thomas Dutoit, who can cover both sides. And this is his first shot in anger in green on that loose head side. Not the start he would have wanted, giving away a first penalty, but very valuable experience for him as he looks to make that transition across.
Caught up with Matavesi with the ball here in the week. Said that they were absolutely confident. They had what it took, this Fijian side. It was just a case of keeping 15 on the pitch. Getting their game on the park too. They have struggled in both of those departments for 50 minutes.
Just a little juggle from Fiji there, very lucky to hold possession right before the infringement. Regathered it, gives them another shot.
The overwhelming sense, though, from the conversation with this man here was of excitement. This is a group bolstered in no small way by the creation of the Ndrua. They've got their sights set on a Nations Cup spot. Ken Doris had his sights set on Joshua Tuisova, but rising with it is Elia Kanakaivata. Here Mayana Vanua, and at last we see Fiji threatening an Irish try line, which has been all on its lonesome at the event. No attention for swathes of this fixture, but now Matavesi carries hard. Now they find Hetat. Stuart McCloskey in over the top of that one.
Just need to make sure they resource the breakdown. Might not need it.
That's the stretch.
Ini Mangala.
There is the score! And it's a brilliant burst from the base by Kitioni Salawa. He's made a try-saving tackle up the other end of the pitch a few minutes ago, and now there he is, banging over Fiji's first.
Well, they were a bit short of bodies. Here's the initial line-up play over the top. The line-up coaches not been having the best day today, but shot on Toso as they come. Alan too wide defensively. Maybe Fiji not having too many numbers in the breakdown. They felt comfortable. Ian Henson goes in to counter-up when really he should have gone into that pillar position to the left of the breakdown. Salawa spots it, just drives for the line and then has the length of reach to get the ball over.
A hat-trick against Samoa in their defence of their Pacific Nations crown.
Nice.
And now a score converted by Muntz at the Aviva for the super-sized menace. That is Kitione Salawa.
McCluskey is grappling, thinking that he can counter the ruck, when in fact he was needed in that defensive guard position. McCarthy was caught just a little bit too wide, thinking that one of his pack was going to fill in there, and that's where Fiji and number 7 took advantage.
As that player trying to clear up the scraps when the ball's touched at the last minute. Fiji knock it on.
Keep the shoulders up on the set. That's going to be the mark. So Tom O'Toole, in his first professional senior appearance at Loosehead, tackling and flying down. The Fijian scrum had the upper hand in their last encounter. Casey feeds, Doris rises and swerving round the corner. Tackled in by Matawalu. And the counter-up is voracious. Counter-up is good, there's the ball. No! Hands away, you're on the ground.
Too tempting. Hand already in the cookie jar. Wasn't going to let go of it. And were a little bit short themselves in the breakdown there. Bundy Aki did a really good job of swinging his hips round, having expected some green shirts to follow him in on the clear out. Good carry from Doris. Watch Aki here, goes past, realises as Tuisoba backed off and then he got his hips round, but yeah, referee had said leave it. Couldn't.
Gus McCarthy again pinpoint. He's really starting to find his feet now, as Aki digs in both of his. Burn, virtually omnipresent on the flank against the Kiwis, and the Aussies are now in the second row and doing plenty of damage there too. McCluskey's first carry of this one.
He was lucky to get away with that. He got stuck on his back, turtled, the ball there for the taking. Fijian players was on it for a while, but not long enough for Holly Davidson to penalise.
Patient play here from the Irish, safe in the knowledge that got a healthy buffer here, and now Frawley with the 2-on-1 juggled for another forward pass. Someone's got to tell the Aviva.
It's frustrating, but look at it from Sam Prendergast. That's what he has, the ability to just hold those passes a little bit longer and then whip it. Another try gone a begging. Oh, painful. Very, very frustrating. To be a guy that is trying to make up for the last time, you want to make sure you convert those ones. It's a basic enough 2-on-1. For an elder statesman, he's going to have the capacity to finish that. Scrum half on the wing.
Yeah, more Fijian cavalry arriving onto the field. live.Toso, who fans of the Gallagher Premiership will know from his exploits at London Irish, and Costa is on. And that young man there, Sitareki Torangafoke, who scored on debut at the age of just 18 against Spain last week. He's played 74 minutes of senior rugby at Stade Francais. He's so newly introduced to this arena.
Much better height on that last one, okay?
He's been pulling up trees well ahead of schedule. Keep an eye on the man wearing 19. Midburn likely very excited by the towering Tyro straight into that scrum. Fiji starting to get a real edge on this particular set piece.
Another one goes against Tomo Tool on that far side. Wants to have a look at the replay, wants to see what he did wrong.
Where is David Flatman when you need him? How difficult is it switching sides, Ben? In your experience, how often midway through a fairly successful career do athletes make that switch?
Well, it depends on opportunity as well, doesn't it? If you're do all the sets in a scrum session, you will have been training with Ireland in that position plenty until you put it into the heat of a test match. And doing other things as well. But every one of those scrums is a learning process for him. He'll get better and better and better, and then he'll become a viable option for Andy Bolt.
Running out of bodies on that far touch on this. Delicate dab over the top from Hansen and winding Golo. It's not about a trio of tackles. It's McCloskey's which sticks eventually. Ireland have spent 9% of this match in their own 22. That is how much they have dominated territory. Viti clawing back 20 metres there. On the way back.
Ball handling from Ireland has been much better in the second half, even when it hasn't been perfect. The plays haven't gone exactly to plan. There's been great speed of thought, ability to stay on side, move the ball quickly when those Fijian defenders have been committed. Changing the point of contact is creating a disorganised defence. When you don't know where the ruck is going to be, you can't set the line, you can't get organised, get your bigger men in close to the ruck, faster men out wide, and that's when broken field play mismatches come into their own. Ireland have managed to convert a couple of times, maybe not as many as they would have liked, because there's been more scores gone a begging, but much better in the second half, much more clarity and crispness to what they've been about.
Well, if chaos is what Fiji needs, and they've brought on the man perfectly suited to doing that. Vilimoni Mbotitu plays his club rugby for Cast, but he's an Olympic gold medalist. Bringing him on at this stage is the equivalent of dropping a mint into a bottle of Pepsi. It just fizzes. Brings a different dynamic into the midfield for a Fijian side in desperate need of a bit of go forward. Other brands of soft drink are available. Confident arcing throw from Gus McCarthy, who sets across field, because that's the way that all the green jerseys are flooding. Prendergast with the little dab through has to be salvaged by a scurrying monster.
I think he forgot who his winger was for a second. It wasn't Jacob Stockdale anymore, it was 35-year-old Conor Murray. In fairness to him, he was staying alive for the pass. Very hard to hedge your bets and expect to have the wheels with a cover defence like we saw, but nice option.
Bundiaki with his 15th carry of this one. Looking good for a week off. Prendergast up and on to Frawley. And Casey's still with us. He'll go the distance now with Murray out on the wing. Prendergast again, back infield, 1-2 between the half-backs, one-armed gather by Hansen, already with a try. Switching the point of attack are Ireland, and McCluskey shapes for the offload. Big paw raised and then tucks back in again. Prendergast plays scrum half. Casey plays quarterback. Bassett back in field.
Knew that his penalty advantage wasn't the world's best option from Casey, but knew he could come back to an opportunity to kick it into the corner. Yeah, just heat pressure. It's been a while since Ireland have gotten their last score. They spent an awful long time down in this Fijian 22 without much reward. Time to put all that pressure into points.
Henderson's ball smuggled backwards and onto the 21-year-old hooker, Casey. Stands behind this emerald tractor which rumbles over. And after a whole heat of huffing and puffing, Ireland have another through their debut toll. Just McCarthy with his first points in international rugby.
Bar a couple of poor throws, he's been really good today, McCarthy. A little bit lucky here. You see Burns step out of the line out to wait, and then hit in with his power from outside the line out. Last year the referees were really hot on that, not allowing it at all. This year it's one of those things that's just drifted away a little bit again, and Ireland's driving play has been superb. This time they don't need to break out until right at the last minute. Stay straight and then just rotate the back man in McCarthy round, and as soon as he sees that line, buries his head towards it.
Years ago, Prendergast and McCarthy were lifting the under-20 Six Nations trophy together. Now here they are, combining for 7 shimmering points before sold out Aviva. And McCarthy only initially brought into camp as a training panellist. You think there's a pecking order, Andy Farrell said in the week, and then someone like that goes and forces your hand. Months back against the grain with a slaloming run, a beautiful offload. He's found the teenager. Well, sometimes you don't get experience when you're just that good. 2 caps, 2 tries. Setarangi Turangathoke. Remember the name.
Well, this one is all about Caleb Munt. We saw his broken field running against Wales a few weeks ago. That is an absolutely sumptuous offload. Sucks in all the defenders, has the footwork to go against the grain, and just as he's going to the ground in true Fijian form, just leaves the ball up, knowing there was going to be a support player. And sure enough, the sumptuous offload is hit with a beautiful attacking line. Great score from Fiji.
Who was it?
The big Fijian replacement. Turangathoke.
Absolutely brilliant, as you said, that footwork back inside, but it's just that delay and the hold of the ball in the right hand just to pull Prendergast in. Prendergast is lucky he doesn't catch him in the head as he goes over. And then, as you said, brilliant slide in from Turangathoke. Oh, not match by Toso, the striker.
It's back-to-back knock-ons from the restart by Tuasova. Sean McCarthy, the grateful recipient of that one, in Ireland straight back into the mix. They've retaliated and scored almost immediately after Fiji scores so far. Absolutely helped matters.
hero to villain very, very quickly. Shame for him, but can't just jump over the top of a rock and tackle the 9 even though the ball's lifted. You have to stay on your feet.
Quick tap opportunity from the playbook. What variation will we see this time round?
Gus McCarthy still going with a little no-look pass onto his captain.
Exactly the same move as Van der Fleer scored off before. The ball didn't come this time to Pendergast.
Clinging desperately to Arky's ankles there was Monks. Look at them queuing up for it. It's a battering run from Thomas Clarkson. Hauled down just short. Henderson now with O'Toole in support. Back they go. Hansen for the double.
Oh, that's really well taken, isn't it, from Hansen? They get Fiji as narrow as they can, but still, Nakavata is the penalty, the dive over the top. And then
Thank you.
and just watch the line here to drift on the pass again from Hansen. And Nakavata maybe just guilty at looking a little bit too long at Craig Casey. Not looking up at the man who's opposite him, who drifted out.
Thanks, Mike.
And just bought himself enough room in that wide channel.
Huge credit to Cian Prendergast as well. He runs a really, really tidy line, and actually, if you see how many eyeballs are fixed on him, so many of them think that he's going to get the ball. We've seen Gibson Park so often finding his winger from rough positions, but look at this line from Cian Prendergast. It's a couple of phases on. I think it's a couple of phases after that. Might get a chance to see it.
Well, it's the first blot on Prendergast's copybook when it comes to tea time. Conversion just pulled a little bit wide. But 47-17, Ireland knocking on the door of the half-century. Fiji's penalty count now 16.
Yeah, but you still dived on an emerging ball from the rock.
Can't dive on a ball within a metre radius of the rock. Just getting caught on every little law, aren't they, Fiji at the moment around this rock. Diving over the top, diving on a ball that squirts out of it.
Thank you.
Over 10 metres, 53 passes, just show the width that Ireland have played, it particularly second half. It's really opened up as Fijian defence narrowed. They've gone to the wide game, really exploiting it.
Hansen and Conor Murray just swapping roles so that Hansen can run the slightly more difficult roll off the back of the line out here.
Prendergast down and onto Casey. Here's the other Prendergast, and now Arky still going. Beats one, thunders over the top of the other. He's over the whitewash. If he's got that down, oh, referee says no. Carried half of Fiji with him, Bundiaki.
The pace he was backpedaling at as he goes over the line, you knew he was going to find it difficult to find the ball, but that option out of the back and the step on Monks is really good. Then the power, and now they've got him. Actually, it's really good defence, the way they hold him in that backwards position. Bundiaki is fighting with all his life to try and spin round before he crosses the whitewash. He knows he's compromised, and they just let him keep coming. They let the Irish boys drive him over and then hold him up. Good defence at the end.
Casey. Switch finding Hansen on that inside shoulder, looking for soft Fijian shoulders, but none of those exist on this occasion. Prendergast lifting it slightly flat and slightly dipping. McCloskey from that great height can't catch.
We've seen a couple of great passes from Prendergast. That one didn't match them. Actually just needed simplicity. I think it was through the hands. Was going to do the job rather than trying to find the Hail Mary pass forward to make it even worse. Not a good shot selection. He's got two decent runners there in Henderson, and O'Toole doesn't have to go to the wide man. He's played himself well into the second half. It hasn't been without error, but he's grown in confidence, and we've seen certain attributes that have gotten him to this place as a starting number 10 at a very young age. Will be better for this experience.
Tawani just looking to draw Casey in there. Tuisova finding the man on his inside. This is Viti, and we know just how lethal he can be when he gets an inch of space. Months.
Shit, yeah.
Just brilliant recovery defence from Ireland there. Brilliant break initially, but Ireland beat Fiji round the corner, and they get three people so that as they look to sweep round down that same way side, they see a green wall in front of them. The initial play is really, really good. Ireland guilty, getting a dog leg in the defensive line. Did really well to hold on, but look how many green shirts get round to this corner.
I think it's McCluskey is the one that makes the bad read in the first place. He plays very high, thinking there's an intercept and maybe a score for him, but they played through the middle, and it's his error that he realises needs to get himself back into a position, defensive position, does a good job of forcing the error.
So Bundiaki's afternoon is done. Now it's time to put him on ice ahead of Australia's visit next weekend. So Caelan Doris, yes.
Hybrid player.
Shades of Eddie Jones.
Anything England can do with Ben Earl, Ireland can do with Caelan Doris.
Tell you what, that'd be a good back row. Andy Farrell with eyes on both of them from the head of his Ireland onto British and Irish Lions sabbatical. But at last, we get a glorious sight of Jutoaini Olo in space. His counterpart, Viti, is hauled into touch, but just a glimpse at what Fiji might have threatened with today if they could have kept everyone on the park and strung together something slightly more cohesive.
Well, they started the game with a lot of the ball, didn't they? The possession stats are now 62% in Ireland's favour. And this is what we want to see. More of the Fijians ball in hand. Get through a few phases where they can stress that Ireland defence. Gus McCarthy, who's gone into the back row. And Bundiaki leading the field. And now, both of them to play off this line out. Doris alongside McCarthy in that midfield. Bit of treatment going on.
Well, it's mainly Darren Alangi. Blindside for Fiji, receiving a little bit of treatment. Otea Sanakai-Vata. Conor Murray is before our commentary position, hands on hips, he's out on the wing. Caelan Doris in the midfield before his trip to Monaco. He's up against a host of stars for that World Rugby Player of the Year accolade. Shot off the back of that one, 5 metres just inhaled there by Ireland. Casey onto McCluskey, so thrilled to have a run out. Spots in the Irish midfielder, collects his item with the talented generation he finds himself a part of. Well gathered there by Viti. Atawalu's carry. Matamesi in and over it. Here is Viti again. Up and over the top, the cuss-out pass, leaving Prendergast with a tackle to make, and he just about manages it. Fits a somersault into the mix too. Ireland have it back. Oh, It's helter-skelter stuff. Things really breaking up in these dying minutes. Surprising perhaps, given how
दे दो यार.
find themselves. How often has Caelan Doris defended in the midfield? Though, as I say that, he makes a tackle on Toso. Karawa Levu catches that one airborne. Counter up is good, says the referee. I'd say more than that. I'd say it's great because they've won it back and now they've got the free hit. Hansen hunting
Good
for
job,
a
Harris.
hat-trick. Freud to Prendergast.
Ooh,
Two
shit.
playmakers linking up neatly. Ball sits up. Oh, not quite. Stuart McCloskey.
Quality of those crossfield kicks have been really good in terms of keeping the trajectory really low, not allowing that final defender to get back out to the wing.
23 side out.
Clear of the match time. And Fiji, an impressive effort from Josh Tuasova in the centre, who's probably one of the shining lights. I thought Caelan Doris had one of his really good performances as Ireland captain, but for me, head and shoulders above everyone else is Bundyaki. 17 carries for 176 metres. Everything he was involved in was positive. And for a guy that was left out last week, well, that's the ultimate response you want to give your coach, who says that he's over the hill at 34 years of age. I tell you, there's some playing left in this boy.
He is a world-class basher, and it's been received in absolute ecstasy here in the Aviva, one of Connacht's and Dublin's favourite sons.
Yeah, good there. Thank you.
30 points the difference, 15 metres the ground to make up. Kelleher on to Prendergast and Doris.
Oh, shit.
Kelleher again, it's straight off the training paddock, it's down.
अरे काय मारे पगला पगला है कौन रहा मतलब चूतिया साला अच्छा खासा गेम चलता रहा
Casey takes offence to it. The two scrum halves go at it and everyone else piles in.
Well, the result, a foregone conclusion before that one was jotted down. But things still boiling nicely at the Aviva.
Look like they're driving, don't they? But look at
चूतिया रोकने पे इस मारे वहाँ पे
waiting on that
चप्पू
touchline. All the Fijian eyes inward towards the maul, expecting the big drive. Doris bounces out, gets round the first defender, and that forces the last man to step in. And as soon as the Viti steps in, the pass is delivered, and Kelleher's going to slide over.
It's stupid. The scorer's got it down, and he comes in with a little bit of afters. Casey waiting for backup very quickly. Takes umbrage to it. A good score from Kelleher. Always nice to come off the bench, get on the score sheet, particularly when McCarthy's had such a good game in the number 2 jersey.
Okay. Thank you.
It is far from the end of their autumn that Fiji will have wanted, and that only compounds matters. But they will look back on 2024 as a vintage year. 7 wins out of 10, their campaign will finish. Another Pacific Nations crown, a first ever win in Cardiff. And this man really finding his feet at rugby's top table. Looking right at home in the company of giants is must.
No more at the corner. No more off the as well. Thanks, Gordon.
Ireland too. Be delighted to have found some form this evening because there is a stiffer challenge arriving on these shores next weekend. High-flying Wallabies outfit, the mastermind that they know so well, Joe Schmidt, back in Dublin. They want to finish with a flourish, but they find themselves on defensive duties. Fiji's ball up over the 10-metre line. Muntz screaming for it. Tuasue obliges. over the top. The dink from Carrara Levu. The chases on Murray, just about gathers.
On the body, not on the ball, no hands.
And so many bodies descending upon him. The clock is red. Prendergast will drop it into the stands. And after sputtering into life this autumn, Ireland roaring once again in Dublin.